Hey everybody, my name is Patrick and I own MacDonald Timing and Fieldwork Software. If you're seeing this video, it means that my Udemy course is now live and online, which I am very excited about because I've worked really hard on it for the better part of the last few months. So, it is what I would do training wise in person, only online. And so I've done this training for Finish Links mostly several times now. Probably about 10 times or so for various schools and organizations and some timing companies. And it's been very successful. I've gone through the links thing where, I fill out the thing and like if somebody needs training nearby, they put me in touch with them. But I just feel like there's a lot of people that might want to try this over again and not want to bring somebody on campus and go through the whole thing. Like this might be, I think this is a reasonable use of my time for people that might not have access to training or might need training on really short notice. Because the other thing is that the people that really know how to do this well are not just going to have time to spare all season long, basically. So now it's all online. So in this video, I'm going to cover really what's in the course and kind of go over what is going on with it and how the structure is and everything, as well as talk about some future improvements to it. Now, those improvements are things that I'm not actually allowed to mention anywhere in the Udemy materials. They're very specific about it, which is that the course basically, when it's published, needs to stand on its own, but you can still add to it. So I'm going to. And I published the course where it is because I felt like it was A, good enough, and B, that I would be able to add some things to it, but I wanted to get it out before cross-country season, which is coming up in just a few weeks because I'm filming this in mid-August of 2025. So the things that are still to come are a segment on race day scoring, and that should not be too long because race day scoring really does a great job of doing their online training so you can be race day scoring certified. I firmly recommend doing that if you are doing the race day scoring stuff. And then the other module that I'm still working on is the scoreboards module, which you can hopefully understand being a relatively complex module and something that's close to my heart. So those two are still lacking. The other thing I plan to do is add a FAQs section or two, like a couple of videos. The nice thing about this as a format is I can take a video that I've already shot, I can rework it slightly and then re-upload it in its place. And I don't have to worry about views and the algorithm burying me or anything like that. I can just update a video. And then there's still some things I need to go back through as well. There's some notes that I need to put in for some of these videos and all that, but I wanted to get the content up and running and available. So knowing that those two things are still things to come, I just wanted to cover, hopefully in short, what's currently on the course. Because right now, as I record this, I've got 3.5 hours, well over 3.5 hours of material. When I'm done with the scoreboard and the race day scoring section, it's going to be 4 hours of material. So not an insignificant amount. It's really absolutely on par with what I would be able to cover in person, if not a little bit more. Normally I reserve about 3 hours for training for people because I'm there on site and kind of doing some stuff. But we've got 3.5 hours as of right now. So just going to go through the videos and kind of give you a really brief idea of what we're talking about in those videos. There's an introduction, and then there's the second video is going to be purchasing needs. So we talk about all the things that you might be able to get from links or you might need from links, things that I think you can ignore as well. Number 3 is getting started with Finish Links as a program. We go through the quick start guide kind of section by section. We talk about basic networking. We talk about what links will actually send you and what you can kind of leave in the case and never pull back out. We talk about understanding what the torso is. Section 4 is getting faster with links. We talk about ways that you can maximize your speed and efficiency and create better images with the program. And I've got a very long section about troubleshooting with links. So we go over things like camera connectivity issues, bad pictures when the sun goes down, what to do if you're missing a start signal, how to handle a starter that's got a gun that's a little bit acting up. We talk about the use of single event mode for early timers and some start list problems that might come across as well. They got a section on RFID. Now, this is somewhat focused on IPECO, but it's actually a little bit more just kind of vague and just talking about RFID as a principle. Talk about UHF versus dual frequency, and we talk about troubleshooting and how to interact with chip timing in situations that may not be kind of normalized, maybe doing a track meet. And then we talk a little bit about chip files. Then we have an entire section on Meet Pro and High Tech, individual sections on those, where we cover creating a meet, the same meet in both of those programs. Then we talk about a bunch of random things that didn't really fit into any other category. So we talk about using things that might improve your life if you're doing this on a regular basis, especially like using solar generators, the drawbacks that potentially exist with those, using shielded Ethernet cables, what we do for boxes, and then talking about doing something a little bit more professionally, even if you're doing it on an amateur level, and then some rule-related things. And then, as I mentioned, there's going to be a scoreboard section. We're going to talk about DisplayWorks and FieldWorks. One thing I will say, if you are on the fence about DisplayWorks, if you do the course, you can get a free trial key of DisplayWorks, so you can try it out for 6 months. But in that scoreboard section, we talk about where to even get your boards. We talk about big boards that are being installed in stadiums, and we talk about having individual panels as well. It's going to be a fairly comprehensive video. We have a short section about getting help, like how to actually get help that is meaningful and useful and timely, because that's actually something that people struggle with more than you might think. And they cover some business thoughts, kind of some rationale behind why we're still an LLC and not an S Corp. We talk about a little bit of insurance and going from there. It's a wide-ranging section. And then eventually we're going to have a race day scoring section. I currently don't have a conclusion section or anything like that. But as I said, I'm planning to create some FAQs, and I think that'll serve its place nicely. And then also I will eventually have a setup video. I've taken one, but I'm not sure how good it is. And like, I just might want to try it again. So the link is in the description below. It is $99. I've already been told that the course probably should be more expensive based on the content of it and the length of it and everything. I'm fine with $99. I'm happy with it. I'm happy about the platform as well. You purchase that and you have access to it forever and ever and ever, which is exciting. So, as I said, though, I do plan to keep working on it and adding content to it. And, I think by late next week, I'll have the scoreboard stuff done and the race day scoring stuff done. And then I've really pretty much got everything that I wanted to do, at least initially, posted. And so I'm excited about that. I look forward to getting feedback on it and kind of going from there. One thing that I was hoping to do that I wasn't able to do, and I will add it to my website, is that as part of this, if you wanted to do one-on-one training, like via Zoom call or something like that, I would have some options available for that. So I will post something along those lines in the Udemy when I'm kind of complete with the course and have a little bit of time to actually do that. But that is something that is also going along with the course. Like, I'm making myself available for some phone or Zoom calls in order to cover things that might not be in the training currently. So thank you for watching.